I did my presentation on a lawsuit against Apple. Apple was founded in 1976 by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. Apple was first known for their computers and also their designs and campaigns. Apple has developed into new technology every year. They started off with just computers and eventually moved to phones, iWatches, iPads, and still updating their computers. Apple is so successful in their line of work because they bring out new technology every year. According to the Apple Inside Story of Interview, Economical, and the Business Blenders, within 5 years, Apple's sales jumped to $3 million. Apple started out small, so in the first 5 years, them jumping to $3 million just shows how successful this company can be. In their line of work, the first couple years, that's when they became their biggest competitor in technology industry against other industries. The lawsuit I looked at was Apple versus Pepper. This lawsuit was presented in 2011 and it just ended last year in 2019. So this lawsuit has been going on for a while. So the purchasers of Apple product said that they were being overcharged for the apps. This made a very big impact on the company and it affected them. The fundamentals of the lawsuit. According to the Law Journal Library, the lawsuit was argued in 2018. So the lawsuit started in 2011, it was argued in 2018, and they just settled it in 2019. Apple apps charge 99 cents for their apps, and they do this because they only get 30% of the commission. So that 99 cents that they are charging, they're getting 30% of that commission. The direct purchaser of the App Store, they are a direct purchaser of the App Store. So the indirect is where this all comes in at, because they are thinking the purchaser of the Apple Store, the Apple app, is thinking that Apple's doing this when it's really the indirect app. Claims made by Apple. Apple fights that consumers of the app were indirect purchases. Like I said before, through an app that's not on Apple app. From the creator of the apps and not Apple itself. So the apps that Apple created is through Apple, and the apps that they were being charged through was not through Apple. Under this was the monopolist charges from the app developed not from Apple. The final verdict made by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court decided 5-4 that the consumers did not have standing to bring suit. So they were not suing them completely. Since they are considered a direct purchaser within the rule in Illinois break, the rule states indirect purchasers of goods or services cannot seek damages for antitrust violations committed by the manufacturer or services provided. So the purchaser of Apple apps cannot sue Apple because of this rule right here. The rule is stating that in order for the purchaser to sue Apple, it would have to be a direct app, which it is not. It is an indirect app. Consumer purchases lost by Apple. There was controversy all over the public and within the public. The public did not know if they wanted to continue to buy apps from Apple or if they did not. During this time is when competitors to Apple had a big boom in their company. So other competitors were getting more people to their apps rather than Apple was because of this lawsuit. The sales that Apple had in 2017 are much smaller than the sales that they had in 2020, and this can be a direct correlation because of the lawsuit. So the sales show that in 2017 the numbers should not have been as high as they were. And yes, there is a difference between 2017 and 2020, but it is not as as large as it should be. This is when the lawsuit is going on, like I said before, so it is going to make an impact of the apps in the sales that they are having. The settlement made by Apple in the lawsuit, in the Law Journal Library, the court ruled that those purchaser apps through Apple's app stores are direct purchases, and therefore they cannot sue Apple for allegedly monopolizing the market and increase prices. Vertman 249. So that's saying that the court ruled that those purchasers can therefore sue Apple for monopolizing the market and increasing their prices. On the other hand, in the research that I did, there was no settlement between. Apple did not have to have a settlement with Pepper. So there was, in all the research I did not find a settlement that went on between them two. The negative effects that it has on Apple would be that Apple's reputation took a turn for the negative, and it was not the best, meaning people are questioning Apple whether they should continue with them or if they should switch to a different app store, company, industry. This controversy between Apple and the people, they did not know what to do, which is shown. You can see in the sales that there was not a significant difference that happened in the sales, but there was a big enough amount where it did affect the sales.